Okay, I thought I'd make a little recording of where I got my deer last evening. I had to come back out today because I left my shooting stick here, which I didn't even use. But I wanted to show that I was at the end of the produce field here. This might get a little shaky, and I'm hoping the wind noise isn't too bad as I get out in the field. But I was sitting against this stump here, and I fashioned a little bit of a ground blind since I was near the edge of the field, and the deer came out over on the opposite end of the field across the way. That's about 200 yards, a little bit more than 200 yards, and they came out there, the deer I shot and two others. So let me continue on around here. The deer I shot was feeding on our Brussels sprouts, and kind of a weird year. We usually pick Brussels sprouts all the way into the beginning of January, and the deer don't bother them at all. We also had some kale planted out here, and the deer don't seem to bother that, so we just leave them and we pick them into January. However, this year we had a really poor mast crop. That's the only reason I can think. But the deer came and they have eaten every single one of the Brussels sprouts. They're all gone. And so this deer I shot last night was finishing up what last little bits there were, and I'm not sure if I can pick out where he was standing when I shot, because we had some blowing wind and freezing rain overnight, and all the tracks are gone. But he was about 40 yards, somewhere around here, from that spot in the woods when I shot him, and I'm gonna go range how far he went. I'll put that in the comments. But he basically turned and ran up the Brussels sprouts here, and this section here we had sweet corn planted. It's been mowed down, but he ran all the way down the field, and I'll range it, but I'm gonna guess it's about 100 yards or so. And it was a double lung shot above the heart, but both lungs was a pass through. And when he got up closer to this hedgerow, sinking in some tractor ruts, when he got closer to this hedgerow, he started to veer over, and I saw him veer into the hedgerow and disappear. And when he got into the hedgerow, I heard all sorts of crashing, and right in here is where he crossed over and crossed into the hedgerow, and right through there is the gut pile. So like I said, I'm gonna range and see how far he ran with this double lung shot, but it was a good distance. Successful deer hunt on the last day of season, or my season.